When we're building chords, the magic number to remember is the number 3. 3 is what gets us through our chords. Now, here's why. We're first going to start talking about triads. Now, triads, as you can probably guess from the name, because it starts with tri, T-R-I, it means chords with 3 notes. Okay? We can have more. Eventually, we'll see chords with 4 notes, and we'll see chords with 5 notes, maybe even 6 notes. I mean, it can happen. But a triad gives us the basic building block for all chords. So it's got 3 notes, and we need these 3 notes to really give, to get enough information out of the chord for it to give us the sound that tells us if it's major or minor or all these things. We can't have less. You can have a 2-note chord. It's called a dyad, and we often, when we see those, we kind of think of them as triads with a missing note, usually. So we don't really focus on dyads very much. Triads is the way that it's kind of like a triad is like if you had, imagine you have a very simple house. That's a triad. You can add on to your house and build more. You can add another room and have 4 notes on your chord, and that's going to give it a little bit different character. You can add a pool in the back. It's going to add 5 notes to your chord, and it's going to have a little bit different character still. But you got to have the basic house in order to add on to it, and that is a triad. It's the most basic thing. So I told you to pay attention to the number 3, and that's not just because of triads. Triads, as we talk about them, are made up of 3 notes. That's why we care about the number 3. Now, there's another reason that we care about the number 3 also, is because each note in a triad is a third apart. So this magic number 3 has 2 things. So that third apart business, let's focus on that for the next section. So for this video, the thing I want you to remember is that we're going to start with our most basic building block of chords, which is called the triad because it has 3 notes in it. Up next, what are those 3 notes? How do we decide what 3 notes to put in there? We can't just put any 3 notes. There's a pattern to it, right? I promised more patterns, and this is it. So in the next video, what 3 notes?